I'm not showing you any ID, sir.
Get out.
That's fine, and we will. And we're confirming that. You're only being detained right now. Okay, you're not under arrest.
What do you mean I'm not under arrest?
You're not under arrest.
It is your policy to give me your name. Who do I know I'm filing a complaint against? Oh, I gotta figure it out? That's real professional.
Hold on to your seats because this video might just shake your faith in the law to its core. We're diving into tales of corrupt cops who finally realized they crossed the line. In this first case, where protectors are turned into perpetrators. First up, meet Ryan Theodore. What started as an ordinary jog turned into a nightmare when he found himself wrongfully detained by police over baseless accusations. In our next story, independent journalist Shawn finds himself in a gripping cat and mouse chase with relentless police officers. Despite his legal right to freely move and record in public, Shawn faces a nerve-wracking ordeal as he's pursued at every turn. Stay tuned to uncover the full shocking details of this high-stakes pursuit. Let's dive into these gripping tales and uncover the critical questions about who's really in control within our law enforcement system. Let's uncover the truth in this first case. We call it Jogging to Injustice, the Ryan Theodore story. It all began on the morning of April 13, 2023, when Ryan set out for his usual walk. Little did he know that this routine exercise would spiral into a terrifying ordeal.
Reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime.
Multiple calls about you.
As Ryan jogged along his familiar route, he sensed something was off. His instincts kicked in, prompting him to pull out his phone and start recording. Moments later, he realized he was being followed by the police. Enter Chief Owens Kent of New York, the central figure in this disturbing tale. Owens pulled over Ryan and, without a word of explanation, detained him. While handcuffing Ryan, Owens sarcastically mocked his claim to freedom, turning it into a cruel joke.
What is your RAS? It's funny? My freedom is funny to you?
Yeah, no, it is.
It's hilarious?
This all stemmed from a 911 call from a concerned resident who had seen a suspicious man ringing doorbells and closely inspecting houses. The man lingered, writing things down, which made the caller uneasy. They asked the police to check on him.
Kent Police Department.
Hey, what's going on? I live over at 7 Road. I just saw somebody ring my doorbell. I usually have no problem with people like soliciting around, but dude was like looking up and down my house. He stood there for a little while. He was writing stuff down, and then I saw him on the Google camera going to my driveway, and it looked like he was looking at my truck. I don't know if you want to just send somebody over there to see what this guy's.
The suspect was described as wearing a tan hoodie and gray pants, leading the police to investigate.
He's wearing like gray pants. It looks like a tan, like Carhartt type hoodie. It was nail white.
Ryan, out for his regular jog and dressed entirely differently, somehow got caught up in this mess. Despite not matching the suspect's description at all, he was unjustly detained by the police. This was a blatant case of mistaken identity and wrongful detention.
No, thank you.
Yes.
No, thank you.
No, come here.
Are you detaining me, sir?
Yes, I am. Stop.
For what crime?
Stop.
What is your reasonable,
Turn
articulable...
around.
Do not touch
Turn
me,
around.
sir.
Turn around.
What have I done?
I'm detaining you. Turn around.
For what suspicion? What is your reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime?
Yeah, multiple calls about you.
What is your RAS? Yes. This is unbelievable. What is your RAS? It's funny? My freedom is funny to you?
Yeah, no, it is.
It's hilarious? Why would you do that?
Yeah,
Yes,
you are when criminality is afoot, and we do have a
What is your
complaint matching
reasonable,
your description.
articulable...
When Ryan found himself unlawfully detained, he didn't just sit back. As a vigilant citizen, he repeatedly demanded to know why he was being arrested. Yet the officers stonewalled him, refusing to offer any explanation. The fact that someone lodged a random complaint didn't justify such an arrest based purely on suspicion. This incident raises serious questions about the state of law enforcement in America.
What
We're
is your
looking for
probable
your name.
cause?
I have plenty of it.
You do?
I do.
I've never seen you before.
Well, good. Nice to meet you.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it is,
This is
right?
happening in America?
Yes, it
I
is.
just saw that.
You shouldn't be looking
police
through people's
officers
windows.
would shot a man in their home at the wrong address, and then this is the follow-up in this country?
Let's talk for a second.
No, I don't want to talk to you. I want to be released and free. Oh, this is
We'll
unbelievable.
bring them down for...
Things escalated quickly when the officers threw Ryan into the back seat of their patrol car. Despite being handcuffed, Ryan's foresight kicked in. He knew he had to gather proof to hold these officers accountable. Thinking on his feet, he made sure the entire incident was recorded, laying the groundwork for a future fight for justice.
I don't want to.
Okay, that's what's gonna happen. We're just gonna talk for a second.
This is insane.
There.
Is anybody available to film this?
No, you're being filmed right now.
No, I want a private. Are you seriously? What
Yeah,
is your
have a seat.
reasonable suspicion?
Have a seat.
This is incredible that this is happening in America.
Yep.
I'm a free man. I've done no wrong.
Well, now you're detained.
That's fine.
What were you doing in people's yards looking in their windows?
Unbeknownst to him, the crafty cops had cleverly silenced the audio on their body cams, covering up their blunder and adding another twist to their scheming deception. This act summed up their disregard for transparency and accountability. Realizing their mistake, the officers approached Ryan, trying to justify their actions by claiming they suspected him of peering into windows.
All right, man. We're trying to figure out what's going on. Okay. Listen, I know. I'm going to tell you, explain to you what. You don't have to talk to me. I'm just going to explain to you why you're in the back of a car right now. Okay. I'd like to know. We got a call from several people saying that there's somebody entering properties, knocking on doors,
Poking in windows.
and you match their description. So that's why you are where you are. Yeah, Ring doorbell camera.
Oh, okay.
So that's what it is.
That's fine, and we will. And we're confirming that. You're only being detained
Yeah.
right now. Okay, you're not under arrest.
What do you mean I'm not under arrest?
You're not under arrest.
We're just
You're
trying to
being
explain to you what's
Charged
going
with
on.
a crime is what you say.
Yeah, you're not charged with a crime, but you're not under
You
arrest.
don't know what the word arrest means.
Okay, well, you're being
Arrest
detained
means
right
to
now.
subdue.
Okay.
Detainment would mean to hold.
Okay, but I'm not here to
This
argue
is
with you.
an
Can we
arrest.
just explain this?
Exactly, but I am still under arrest. You put me in handcuffs and
If
you
that's
loaded
your
me into a
definition of
car.
it right now, at this point we're just talking. We're explaining your
Oh,
circumstances.
you've done more than talk, sir.
Okay, very fine. I don't care what you say. I'm just explaining to you what's going on right now.
They insisted they would release him once his identity was confirmed, but their behavior didn't stop there. When Ryan questioned how they could arrest someone on mere suspicion, they insisted he wasn't under arrest but merely detained. Really? How can someone in handcuffs seated in the back of a patrol car not be considered arrested? This was beyond cruel.
We're confirming if you match the description of that person right now, okay? If you don't, and there's nothing wrong, you're going to be
Figure that
released.
out beforehand.
Okay. I wasn't here for that. I'm just telling you what we're here
You
to do.
cannot do this to somebody. You have to have the evidence first
Sir.
before you can detain somebody.
I didn't put handcuffs on you, did I?
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Somebody did.
Of course. And now you're being detained. And that's
No,
it.
I'm under arrest.
Okay.
I haven't
All
been
right, we
formally
tried to
charged
tell
with
you
a
what's going on, okay?
We just wanted to let you know
crime.
what's
You
going
did,
on.
but you didn't tell me why my
Okay.
license.
During further investigation, when the officers finally got a look at an image of the actual suspect, their embarrassment was evident. It was clear the real suspect looked nothing like Ryan. Yet, in typical police fashion, they refused to admit their mistake or apologize.
What he said to you guys when you were talking about it? Yeah, basically just the, you can't arrest.
Instead of owning up and releasing Ryan, the officers doubled down, insisting there were two separate incidents and deflecting blame. Despite this tough situation, Ryan bravely called them out, asserting they were the ones breaking the law. Refusing to be intimidated, he demanded his right to an attorney and declined to answer any more questions. Now that was a bold move.
That looks like me?
Well,
you have to find that out beforehand, before you can. You don't have reasonable articulable suspicion.
Well,
you broke the law.
No,
you are the criminal in this instance.
No, so we had two
yes,
separate
you are.
incidents.
You are
you
violating
with
under
anyone
color
else
of law.
here?
I do not answer questions.
Okay.
I already said I want an attorney present for any questioning.
Okay, we're not.
You are
questioning
again
you.
violating my rights. What do you mean? You just asked me a question.
With no further justification for detaining Ryan, the officers finally released him, following standard protocol without offering any apology. For them, this kind of harassment was routine, but it left Ryan, an innocent man, traumatized. Rather than apologizing, they tried to intimidate him further.
There's your water. The phone's sitting on the hood of my car right there. You can grab it.
Could you back up? I don't want anything to happen here.
No, you're good. You're not gonna hurt me.
Yeah, you do. I do? You seem like you do. I wanted something to happen. Yeah, you seem like you do. Look what they did to my wrist.
Think that's the end of the injustice? Think again. Believing the ordeal was over, Ryan sought justice by filing a complaint against the officers, demanding access to the body camera footage of the incident. But after 30 days, he still couldn't access the footage.
For what?
I submitted a record request over 30 days ago, almost 40 days ago, and I have not received them.
What was the record request?
I have 3 separate ones. You want me to go into all of it?
Unredacted footage
Yes,
from
yes.
the April 18, 2022
That's
incident.
one. I have also copies of the other ones that I submitted. I'd like to see those as well.
Okay, so that's the only one that I have.
Yeah, let me get them.
After Ryan filed complaints against the officers, he expected accountability. Instead, he got a slap in the face, a letter from the town supervisor, Jamie McGlasson, absolving the police officers of any wrongdoing and blaming Ryan for not cooperating with the officers' investigation. Now this is the height of injustice.
Also copies of the other ones that I submitted. I'd like to see those as well.
Okay, so that's the only one that I have.
Yeah, let me get them.
Refusing to back down, Ryan took his fight for justice to the state attorney general, aiming to hold those responsible for his unjust treatment accountable.
To the town of Kent, and this is where I need your help. I've set up a GoFundMe page to pay for legal fees because unfortunately I've been unable to find an attorney willing to work on contingency because the dollar amount simply isn't high enough for them. If you could find it in your heart to leave me a donation, there is a link in the video, and I'd like you to stick around to check me out submitting the notice of claim to the town of Kent clerk and town supervisor Jamie McGlasson.
Here's hoping justice will shine through, restoring public trust in our legal system. It's vital to tackle corruption head on and stand up against officers who misuse their power to trample on the rights of ordinary citizens. Now, let's dive into the next story. Independent journalist Shawn found himself targeted by some officers while peacefully exercising his right to write in public. These officers, already infamous for their heavy-handed tactics, tried to bully Shawn into silence. Enter Chief of Police Ashley Brown, who, along with his team, blatantly abused their power to undermine Shawn's rights.
I'm not showing you any
Get out my
ID,
building.
sir.
You're required to show us. Get out your building.
Determined to shut him down, their intimidation tactics only highlight the urgent need to address such corruption. The tale kicked off smoothly at the Polar City Hall police station in Georgia, where Shawn strolled in to see the city clerk and decided to film his visit, flexing his First Amendment rights. At first, everything seemed routine. Shawn breezed through security, explaining he was there to meet the city clerk. The security team checked his story, called her up, and after following all the usual protocols, let him proceed. The meeting with the city clerk was pleasant, and Shawn kept filming for his report. But as soon as he stepped into the police department side of the building, the vibe shifted dramatically.
Initially, everything went smoothly.
Hey, how you guys doing? I'm here to see the city clerk.
Oh, she's probably going to lunch. Let me give her a call. Hey, Kylie. Hey, Princess. Who are you?
I'm just want to see the city clerk.
Somebody down here wants to see you. Better get about an inch from your side. Which is about an inch from there. There you go. That's perfect. Put shadows in the bowl right there for me, please. You can use your pockets. She's coming down to you.
Oh, okay, great. Hi, ma'am. How are you?
Hey, are you looking for the city clerk?
Yeah, I'm looking to do an open records request.
Okay. Do you want to do it verbally or do you want to fill out the form?
I want to fill out a form.
Okay, sure. You want to come with me?
Sure.
Yeah. Are we still
You want me to-
masks or no?
Yeah. I'm gonna bring this up to you later.
Okay, thank you. Do you have to go through?
Do you want me to?
Oh, he got a mask. Yeah, you gotta take your temperature right here.
Mm-hmm.
Phone, yeah, order to put in there.
Entering the employee parking area of the police department, Shawn was abruptly confronted by an officer who seemed clueless about the law. The officer tried to stop him from filming, claiming he wasn't allowed to be there in the first place.
I don't need any help.
Yeah, you're in an employee parking lot.
It's not a secure area.
It's an employee parking lot and you're not an employee.
This is.
And you're making employees feel uncomfortable.
Sorry,
when they walk inside the building. So.
This parking lot is not a secured area.
Okay.
It's public property.
Okay.
It might be only for employee parking. I'm not parking in here. My car is not parked in here. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story.
Well, this is for employees. You're not an employee and you're making...
The officer argued that Shawn's presence was making the employees uncomfortable. But how could a guy with a camera cause such a stir? Shawn, being a well-informed citizen, stood his ground, citing his First Amendment right to film on public property, and trying to explain this to the officer, but the officer wasn't having any of it. Clearly, the area was designated for employee parking, and Shawn wasn't parking a vehicle there, so he wasn't breaking any law.
It's employees parking,
Listen
sir.
to me. You're making our employees feel uncomfortable when they come in and out from their vehicles. So that's where the problem is.
I understand what I don't understand what you're saying, because how would I make somebody feel uncomfortable? I don't understand.
Because you're not an employee and you're in an employee parking lot. You're making the employee.
So why demand his driver's ID? It was a clear power move by the officer, an attempt to intimidate Shawn without any legal grounds.
An ID, sir? I don't understand. Am I being detained?
No, you're not being detained. You keep on walking.
Okay, if I'm not being detained, I'm going to continue about my business.
The officer's attempt to assert unnecessary authority was backed by his senior, who aggressively confronted Shawn, asking him to vacate the area, unaware of the law. According to the First Amendment, recording the police officer in public view is a constitutionally protected right. The aggressive approach highlighted the officer's intent to intimidate Shawn rather than address the situation calmly.
Chief of police, can I get your name?
You can look it up on the internet if you're that smart.
But why would I have to look it up on the internet, sir?
What's your name?
Where's the professionalism?
What's your name?
Where's the professionalism?
My sergeant asked you for your
My
driver's
first.
license.
Tell me if you tell me your name and identify yourself.
We're not making tits for tats. This is the employee parking lot. You're not in.
Shawn, upset by the officer's actions, decided to file a complaint against them. When he asked for their names to complete the complaint, they refused to tell him and suggested he find their names online instead.
Complaint. So I go inside to do that, or
Get him a complaint form. Look at your complaint.
Public injury.
I need your names. It is your policy to give me your name. Who do I know I'm filing a complaint against?
I'll let you figure it out.
Oh, I got to figure it out. That's real professional.
Everything else.
That's real professional. Nah, you can go ahead. You can go ahead. I want to submit a complaint. So I go inside to do that, or
Get him a complaint form. Look at your complaint.
Public injury.
After asking several times, the officers finally provided their names. This demonstrates the characteristics of a vigilant citizen who asserts their rights and stands up for them.
against you.
Chief Ashley Brown.
Chief Ashley Brown.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And your name, sir? Be professional. Come on. Is it really that serious? You're not making yourself look good here. I'm just asking you for your name. Your name, sir?
I'll wait till you get over here so you can hear me.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Your name, sir?
Heinzman.
Heinzman? Yes. And do you have a badge number, Heinzman?
654.
654? Thanks.
If you think getting the officers' names was easy, that wasn't the end of it. The officers then tried to forcibly remove him from the public lobby. Despite their attempts, Shawn asserted his right to continue recording the entire incident. The officers even threatened him to stop filming.
You fill it out.
You don't need to.
I can fill it out here.
No.
This is a public lobby. You're gonna kick me out of a public lobby too, Chief?
Oh, fill it out then.
All right, thank you. Excuse me.
You need a bargain pen too, or?
Excuse me.
You can't record while you're in here.
Why can't I record while I'm in here? I have a constitutional right to film the police in the course of their duty, sir. Is this department so uneducated and so inept at their job that it must be from the top down? Because your sergeant doesn't know when he can legally identify somebody, and you're telling me I can't film in a police lobby? Yes, I sure can.
When the officers ran out of legitimate arguments, they claimed the public lobby was private property and mentioned sensitive information that shouldn't be filmed. This excuse seemed fishy since it was a public space, not the chief's living room, making us wonder why they were so against the filming.
I don't understand what's the big deal.
Not if you're recording.
But where's the signs that says I can't record in here? Where's the law? You sure do. This is a constitutionally protected activity. That's what this is.
As soon as you pass through that doorway, you're now on private property.
It's public property.
There's sensitive information in both these windows that can be caught on video, so you can't record in there.
Okay, yeah.
But Shawn was ready for this. He had a hidden spy camera in his sunglasses to continue gathering evidence while filing a complaint.
If I went in there with a spy camera or my sunglasses that record, it wouldn't be an issue. But these guys are just looking for a reason to lock me up, so we're not going to push it. But, you know, we'll put them in the court of public opinion. Let's fill out this open records request.
Even after the camera issue was settled, the officers kept pushing for Shawn's address to file the complaint. Their relentless demand for his address was suspicious, hinting at ulterior motives, especially since they refused to accept an anonymous complaint.
Okay.
Can I get a copy of that too?
It'll be so who does our open records request, and you didn't finish filling the form out. It requires an address at the top.
No, I don't have to put an address.
Your complaint not going to be accepted. You didn't fill the form out correctly.
No. That's not how it works. Bring the chief out here.
Is how it
You're
works.
allowed to do an anonymous complaint.
Okay. You did not make it anonymous.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that the complaint's not valid.
It doesn't matter. I want to speak to the chief.
No.
I want to speak to the chief.
The chief's not here. You got me. I'm the one accepting the complaint.
You're accepting the complaint on yourself.
Okay, well, I'm going to tell you that you didn't fill the form out correctly, so.
You can submit a complaint anonymously.
Let me explain to you how it's something simple here. Anonymous would mean you didn't put your name and phone number, so you took the anonymous part out.
It doesn't matter.
Standing up to these officers is crucial to remind them they're here to serve, not intimidate. Shawn's action struck a chord with the community, gaining widespread support. That's all for today's video. As a society, it's our duty to address these issues and hold the system accountable. If you were in a similar situation as Ryan or Shawn, drop a comment below and let us know. If you found this video interesting, give it a like and check out more content on our channel.